My name is Tay, an ordinary engineer, and the year 2021 brought hope to humanity when a vaccine for the coronavirus was discovered. It felt like a turning point, a victory against a deadly virus. Little did I know that this triumph would be short-lived, and a far greater horror awaited us in the years to come. In 2026, our world descended into chaos as the virus mutated, turning 80% of the population into savage zombies with fangs, superhuman speed, and strength. The cities became war zones, and survival became a daily battle. It was just an ordinary day at work. I, an engineer, was busy attending to my tasks in the office. The year was 2026, and we thought the worst of the pandemic was behind us. As I looked out the office window, the city seemed bustling with life. But suddenly, chaos erupted on the streets. People started screaming, and the once familiar faces of my colleagues and fellow workers began to change before my eyes. Panic spread like wildfire, and the loud noises outside turned into a cacophony of terror. In the midst of the unfolding horror, I knew I had to find my family and get them to safety. Without hesitation, I grabbed my backpack, containing essential supplies, and rushed out of the office building. The streets were a nightmarish scene of mayhem, with hordes of zombies roaming and attacking anyone in their path. My heart pounded in my chest as I dodged and weaved through the chaos, desperately trying to make my way back home to Laura, my beloved wife, and our two daughters, Sarah and Emily. Time seemed to blur as I navigated the chaos. Every moment felt like an eternity, and my mind was a whirlwind of fear and concern for my family. But despite the odds, I pushed forward, driven by the determination to reunite with them. In my haste to reach home, I encountered other survivors, forming fleeting alliances to ensure our survival. But the devastation was immense, and communication was scarce. As I continued my journey, I couldn't help but wonder if my family was safe and if I would ever see them again. As the days turned into a harrowing struggle for survival, my group of survivors and I encountered both victories and losses. We fought tooth and nail against the relentless zombie hordes, relying on our wits and makeshift weapons to stay alive. During one harrowing encounter, Jack, a former military officer, took the lead, devising a tactical plan that allowed us to overcome a large group of zombies. His bravery and expertise in combat were invaluable as we navigated the treacherous streets, avoiding deadly traps and ambushes. Amidst the chaos, we also suffered injuries. Sarah, our skilled medic, worked tirelessly to tend to our wounds, ensuring that even the smallest scratch was disinfected and treated. Her gentle demeanor and unwavering dedication were a beacon of hope in those darkest moments. As we pressed forward on our journey to Alaska, we encountered two other survivors, Mike and Emma. Mike, a resourceful engineer like me, brought valuable knowledge and problem-solving skills to our group. Emma, a talented hunter, showed us the ropes of surviving in the wild, providing much-needed sustenance as we traveled through unfamiliar territories. However, despite the camaraderie and strength we found in each other, my heart ached with the knowledge that I had been separated from my family during the chaos of the outbreak. Laura, my beloved wife, and our two daughters, Sarah and Emily, had managed to escape the city, but I had yet to receive word of their whereabouts. Though we vowed to support and protect each other, the pain of not knowing if my family was safe weighed heavily on my heart. I clung to hope, knowing that Alaska was our destination, where we might finally reunite and forge a new life together. Despite the odds stacked against us, my determination to find my family never wavered. Along the way, I met other survivors who shared their stories of loss and resilience. We formed a close-knit group, supporting each other through the darkest of times. As we learned more about the zombie plague's origins and the measures being taken to contain it, we set our sights on Alaska, a rumored sanctuary where the frigid temperatures acted as a natural barrier against the undead. It became our beacon of hope, a place where we could find safety and possibly reunite with our loved ones. The journey to Alaska was long and arduous, filled with perilous encounters and moments of despair. The undead seemed to be everywhere, and every passing day was a struggle to stay alive. But in the face of adversity, our group grew stronger, and the bonds of friendship and camaraderie flourished. As we neared Alaska, hope surged within me. I couldn't wait to finally be with Laura, Sarah, and Emily again, to hold them close and know that they were safe. The thought of their smiles, their laughter, and their warmth kept me going, even in the coldest and darkest moments of the journey. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of hardships, we reached the fortified settlements of Alaska. It was here that our dreams of reunion could become a reality. With trembling hands and a heart full of anticipation, I searched for them among the survivors. And then, amidst the crowd, I saw them, Laura's familiar face, Sarah's bright eyes, and Emily's warm embrace. Tears of relief and joy streamed down my face as I rushed to their arms, enveloped in a hug that spoke volumes of the love and resilience that had kept us going through the darkest days. As we stood together in the snowy landscape of Alaska, surrounded by other survivors who had also found hope in this cold sanctuary, I knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, we would face them together. We had survived the unimaginable, and now, we had found each other again, stronger than ever before. And so, in the freezing embrace of Alaska, we began our journey of rebuilding, with hope in our hearts and the warmth of family to guide us through the uncertain future. The vaccine that would help us fight against the zombies would come later, but for now, we had each other, and that was enough. As we settled into the fortified settlements of Alaska, a sense of relief washed over us. The frigid temperatures acted as a natural barrier against the zombies, giving us a much-needed respite from the relentless pursuit of the undead. We found safety and comfort in this cold sanctuary, a stark contrast to the chaos we had left behind. Our group, which had grown closer during the journey, now formed the backbone of the community in Alaska. We shared stories of our survival, offering hope and inspiration to others who had endured similar hardships. The settlement's leaders welcomed us with open arms, grateful for the reinforcements we brought to bolster their defenses. With a newfound sense of stability, we set to work on rebuilding. The settlement was a hive of activity, with everyone contributing their skills and expertise to create a livable environment. As an engineer, I played a vital role in constructing and fortifying the walls that kept us safe from the outside world. Sarah, my wife, used her medical knowledge to tend to the injured and sick, bringing much-needed relief to those who had suffered during their escape. Emily, my youngest daughter, had a natural talent for lifting spirits, and she became the source of joy and laughter in the settlement. The coming winter brought with it the deep freeze, a time when venturing outside would be nearly impossible. We knew we had to prepare and gather enough supplies to sustain ourselves during this unforgiving season. Hunting and fishing became our lifeline as we ventured out into the cold, making sure we had enough food to last us through the frozen months. It was a dangerous task, but we had become adept at navigating the frigid landscape, always vigilant for any sign of the undead. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, life in Alaska became more than just surviving. It became about thriving as a community, finding hope beyond the horizon. We celebrated small victories, rejoiced in new friendships, and looked to the future with a sense of optimism. We began to envision a world where the threat of the zombie plague was just a distant memory. The idea of reclaiming lost territories and rebuilding civilization grew stronger within us. Together, we developed plans to expand our safe zone and reconnect with other settlements across the country. As we continued to fortify our position in Alaska, we made a significant discovery that would change everything. A team of scientists and medical professionals in the settlement had been tirelessly working on a project, and they finally succeeded in creating a vaccine against the zombie infection. This momentous achievement brought newfound hope to our community and the entire world. The vaccine offered a chance to fight back against the relentless zombies and reclaim our world from the brink of destruction. Word of the vaccine's success spread like wildfire. Survivors from other settlements, once isolated and disconnected, now rallied together with a shared purpose. The quest for a vaccine became a global effort, as settlements from all corners of the world collaborated and shared their knowledge. Leaders and scientists united in a common cause, setting aside differences and focusing on humanity's survival. As the vaccine's production scaled up, we knew that we were on the brink of a turning point in the fight against the undead. With the vaccine in hand, we organized the final assault on the zombies. Armed with hope and newfound strength, we launched a coordinated attack on the remaining zombie hordes. It was a fierce battle, but the vaccine's effectiveness proved invaluable as it immunized us against their bites. Slowly but surely, we pushed back the undead, reclaiming territories that had once been overrun. The world began to see glimmers of light amidst the darkness, and we knew that the worst was finally behind us. As the last of the zombies were defeated, the world started to heal. Settlements re-established communication lines, and families were reunited after years of separation. Our settlement in Alaska became a beacon of hope, a testament to humanity's resilience and the power of unity. The global effort to rebuild and repopulate mankind was not without challenges, but with the vaccine's protection, we faced them head-on. We planted the seeds of rebirth, laying the foundation for a new world that valued compassion, cooperation, and the shared determination to protect each other. Years passed, and Alaska became a thriving community once more. Our settlement, once just a place of refuge, had transformed into a vibrant city. The cold winters that once brought fear now brought joy, as we celebrated each year's deep freeze as a symbol of survival and strength. We ventured beyond our borders, reconnecting with other settlements and forming alliances to ensure the safety of our world. Together, we rebuilt the world that had been shattered by the zombie plague, and we vowed never to forget the lessons we had learned during those dark days. As the years turned into generations, the stories of our struggles and triumphs were passed down to the next. Our family's legacy became intertwined with the history of Alaska, a testament to the strength of love and the unyielding will to survive. The vaccine that was created in Alaska became a symbol of hope for generations to come. It stood as a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of humanity in the face of unimaginable horrors. The world had been reborn from the ashes of the zombie apocalypse. The once chaotic and despair-filled planet now teemed with life and hope. Together, we had overcome the darkest of days, proving that even in the face of the most formidable challenges, the indomitable spirit of humanity could shine through. And so, as the sun set over the snow-capped mountains of Alaska, we looked towards a future filled with possibilities and promise. The journey had been arduous, but it had led us to this moment of triumph. United, we stood as a beacon of hope for the world, ready to face whatever challenges lay beyond the horizon, knowing that we could conquer them together.